Hey, it's Scotty. So let's talk about how to spoil our guinea pigs. So this video is 10 ways that you can spoil your guinea pigs. Now, I'm not talking about just giving them tons of veggies all the time, because actually, if you spoil them, if the only way that you spoil them is just by constantly giving them veggies, like you give them like a huge head of lettuce every day, well, that actually teaches them to only eat veggies, and then they're not going to eat their hay as much. That can cause their teeth to overgrow. It can cause stomach problems. Now, I'm not saying veggies are bad. Veggies are great. They're very important. They're a staple of your guinea pig's diet, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But let's get into 10 other ways, 10 of the best ways to spoil your guinea pigs. Okay, number one. Number one is give them a big cage. So at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue, we say that the minimum size cage is about 8 square feet. And that's really just for one pair of pigs. But if you're gonna do anything, why just do the bare minimum? So if you can, we recommend a 2x4 cage for a pair of boys or a pair of girls. But why not, if you want to spoil your pigs, go one size up? So do a 2x5. You'd be so surprised to see your piggies running. They'll be happy. They'll be popcorning. Their real nature, their real guinea pig spirit will come out when they are in not just the minimum and not just what we would recommend, but even more. So obviously, there's becomes a point where, you give them a 2x20 or something, and that's crazy. And there's going to be parts that they may never even explore. But I've never seen a guinea pig not thrive with the maximum amount of space that you can give them. So if you want to spoil your pigs, number one would be set up an epic cage for them. Oh, that reminds me, if you want to go on my free guinea pig care guide, I've got a section all about and dedicated to guinea pig cages. There's a link and 10% off of cavicage.net. And I recommend, or I say that you can build these cages yourself with readily available supplies. But check out Cavi Cages, because they've got a world of inspiration for you to think about, and also for people who just, they just want to get that cage, have it sent to them. And I just made a video, I'll put it right here, where you can see how quickly I set up a Cavi cage. And it's so fast, so easy, so maybe that's something that you want to do. But definitely spoil your pigs with a big cage. So number two. Hey, Pippi. I gotcha. Number two is what Pippi is telling us right now, and that is give your piggies lots of hay. Now, Pipsqueak is blind. That's why he's got his little head tilt here. But that doesn't stop him from running around, and he does love hay. You can see right here in the shadow of my camera, he has a snack shack filled with hay. I'm sorry, Pippi. Here, just say hi to everybody real quick. Say hi. Okay, I know. I'll let him back to his hay munching. So hay is really important. It's actually 80% of a guinea pig's diet. Now, if you're already subscribed to this channel, or is it here? Then you've probably heard me say that like a broken record. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, how you doing? Hay is 80% of a guinea pig's diet, so you've got to make sure that they have access to hay. Ron back here, he's munching on hay in the snack shack. I love the snack shack log because you stuff the hay out both sides and the top. They can reach up and stretch their backs. And it's not like some of these hay racks or some of these hay boxes that I've seen where they can only get like one strand at a time. And I feel like it's really frustrating for them. I got like stereo guinea pigs drinking water. And Nate's not. He's eating hay over here. That's a rare occurrence. So you always want to make sure that your piggies have lots of hay. Sometimes I go to the shelter and I look in the cages this is like at the local animal shelter, and the piggies have a bowl of pellets with like little seeds and those little cookie bits in there, and that's crap. We'll talk about that in a second. but then there's no hay. And I say, well, they really need to eat hay. And they say, oh, well, we put a handful in the morning. That's really not enough. It's better than nothing, but they need to always have access to a huge pile of hay. And if you want to spoil your piggies, it's not diamonds and pearls, it's lots and lots of hay. So that's what they want, that's what they need, and that's what's going to help wear their teeth down, help their digestion to move freely, and that's what makes for a happy piggy. So number 3 actually probably should have been number 1, and that is, if you want to spoil your piggies, they can't live alone. They've got to have a friend. Now, Gary over here, he's a single boy, but as you can see, and you may have watched my Guinea Pig City video, I've made a whole bridge area where he can come and he can visit some of the other piggies. And I've got a couple boys that when they hang out with their friends for too long, it always erupts in a fight. So, if that's you and you have a piggy that you haven't been able to bond with another piggy, that's okay. Side by side is okay. You want to keep trying. And if you go into my guinea pig bonding playlist, you'll see that we tried many, many pigs with Gary. And in fact, most of my fosters, like Grape, we tried Grape with Gary a few times. And just after a little while, it just gets out of control. I have to stop it before somebody ends up biting somebody. And that's okay. If you can find a harmonious pair, if you can find a buddy for your piggy, girls, it's about 80% chance that they'll get along with anybody, and girls do great in groups. Boys do very well in pairs. Trios are not stable, but you can have a single boy live side by side, visit his neighbors. Now, if these guys were not a stable pair, this is Gizmo and this is Ron, then I wouldn't let Gary see them. But they are so stable that they can handle the interaction between lots of other piggies and they won't fight. That's not always the case. And so you've really got to know your piggies' personalities before you really let them play like this with other piggies. And that's where rescue comes in. They can really help you to do that. So you want to make sure, if you want to spoil your pigs, not just spoil them, but if you want to give them a decent life, this is really, we are talking minimum here. They need to be with other piggies. It's just not negotiable. But if you want to spoil them and give them the best life, then you will work as hard as you can to find a very harmonious match. And sometimes that takes driving hours to the rescue, or it takes multiple play dates or multiple days of multiple play dates. And that's how you spoil your piggies, not by getting them yogurt drops and all this other crap. Okay? All right, let's move on. Okay, what's number 4? What's the 4th way that you can really spoil your piggies? Well, that would be taking care of them by giving them regular health checks. Now, this is something you can do at home. If you check out my free guinea pig care guide on my website, in the taming section, because taming is not just sort of bending them to your will, and it's not training. Taming is just having them be comfortable with you. And many times people say to me, oh, well, I can't clip my guinea pig's nails. They freak out, they squirm, I don't want to hurt them. Well, a tame piggy is a relaxed piggy, a piggy that trusts you, and so that's all part of it. So in the taming section, you will find a video called a home health check. Now, there's just a few things that you want to do. You want to, listen to their breathing. You want to feel them for lumps and bumps. You want to look at their eyes clear, look at their nose. Is their nose runny or crusty? Check out their teeth. And then, of course, do a nail clipping. And then if they're boys, you want to clean all of their bore areas. Now, I've got a whole dedicated video on that too, bore cleaning. But these are things that you're going to want to do on a regular basis. Also, giving your piggy a bath every once in a while. You don't have to give your piggy a bath once a month. Certainly don't have to do it once a week. But if you take your pig to the vet and they get the carrier kind of gross, now you should be prepared. And I like to use, the only purpose for using a small pet store cage is to take your piggy to the vet, and with adequate bedding in there, either a couple layers of fleece that you can flip. I bring 2 layers of fleece, or sometimes 1, and I'll flip it over on the way back so that it's not totally gross. or enough pine shavings so that it doesn't get gross during the course of the day. And of course, while you're driving, you don't need that water bottle dripping. If you're driving for multiple hours, maybe you need to stop and give them water or put some hydrating veggies in there that they can eat. That's very important. Okay. But regular health checks are very important, keeping your piggy's nails trim, making them feel comfortable, making sure that they're clean and healthy, and health checks help you find any possible illnesses. And that actually brings me to number 5. If you want to spoil your piggies, that means keeping them healthy, and that means learning about common illnesses. Now, with all pets, these are crazy creatures, and you're not born with this amazing. I know everyone thinks I was born with this guinea pig knowledge, but no, it's just I've been volunteering for years at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue, and with the internet, with all of these guinea pig groups and my channel and a number of other guinea pig related YouTube channels and guinea pig websites, there are good resources. Now, if you get conflicting advice, which often is the case, check a couple different sources that you trust, and eventually you will come to the right conclusion. And if nothing else, just ask a vet. Ask one of the vets from my vet list on my website, and they should be able to clear it up. And some of this stuff is common sense. If something doesn't seem right, trust your gut. So I really hope you'll check out my free guinea pig care guide. There's an entire section devoted to common illnesses. Guinea pigs, they often display symptoms of common illnesses. It's very rare that we see something that isn't among this list of common illnesses. So, if you hear sneezing, if you see runny eyes, if they don't have the same appetite that they normally would, then there's a good chance there's a respiratory infection. If you hear breathing issues and they're just lethargic, and they've got a heaving and a hooting sound, maybe there's some heart issues going on. If they have crusty skin on their nose or around their ears, then it's most likely ringworm. If they're balding and they're scratching like crazy and their skin is flaky, then they probably have mange mites, and there's a number of other illnesses, and not all of these illnesses require a vet, but it never hurts to get a second opinion or to get the help of a vet. So I'm here to help you and to help you identify these illnesses. And the earlier that you can identify the illnesses, the faster and the better chance your piggy has of making a full recovery. And that's so important. If you want to spoil your pigs, you keep them healthy and happy, and learning about common illnesses is how you do that. So number 6 continues with this thought line, and that is that, of course, if you're learning about common illnesses and you discover an illness, you've got to take your pigs to the vet. But also, if you want to spoil your pigs, you don't need to buy them all sorts of random chew toys and things like that, racking up hundreds of dollars. But if you want to spoil them, you can take them to your vet for a checkup. Every year, maybe every 6 months. If you really want to spoil your pigs, you take them every 6 months. You spend $60 to $100 for your vet to say, you know what, this is the healthiest pig I've ever seen. So actually, that takes me to the next one, that is number 7, become part of a guinea pig community. So whether that is just a group of people and a group of friends that you follow on Instagram or Facebook, or you actually join a group like the LA Guinea Pig Rescue has a Facebook group called Weakers. So, these boys are going crazy. So becoming a part of the guinea pig community, commenting regularly in my videos and checking out to see the other people that comment in those videos, or joining like my Patreon, even for $1, becoming part of that community. You can see the thread, you can comment, you can talk to different people, you can share your pigs and ask questions to our community. These are ways that you can spoil your piggies by continuing that education, and you've got more support. The more people that you know that have guinea pigs, the more support, more questions you can bounce off of each other. So these are very, very important things to do for the well-being of your piggies. And if you want to spoil your piggies, then have other friends that have guinea pigs. That is a great way to really level up your guinea pig care. So important.
Phil, I'm gonna get you.
So Phil has made it a habit of chewing on the grids lately. Can you believe that this is Phil? Look how big he's gotten, and look how plump and juicy he's gotten. Hi, Phil. You're not going to be good, are you? So let's talk about the 8th way to spoil your guinea pigs, and that would be to support your local rescue. And what does that have anything to do with spoiling your pigs? Well, the local rescues are such a great resource. They have piggy supplies, they have people that are knowledgeable. Places like the LA Guinea Pig Rescue, we do free health checks for all pigs, no matter where they came from. If you were driving across the country, or if you were just visiting or whatever and you wanted to bring your pigs for a health check, we do that. So it doesn't matter where you got your pig, if they came from the pet store or the animal shelter, or if they came from us. All pigs, free health checks. You just got to go on our website, laguineapigrescue.com, and make an appointment. You okay? You're so heavy now. So Phil, I rescued from a shelter, and he had mange, and he's been here with me, and now he's a foster fail, and so he's here, and I love him. So let's talk about let's see, where are we on this list? Number 9. So number 9 would be to share what you've learned, okay? So if you've learned all this stuff about piggies, share that knowledge. Your piggies will be so proud of you, that you are a guinea pig expert, but don't hoard that knowledge. So just like this is what I'm trying to do, to share what I've learned, and I feel like the more I engage, the more I share, my piggies are so proud that we are making a difference. And so it's not just about spoiling your own piggies. It really is about paying it forward. So I hope that, you'll take that to heart, whether that is just sharing videos or being a part of a group, and when someone else has a question, you're helping to answer it, or you can do something like that in the comments to these videos. But you want to make your piggies proud, you want to make your piggies happy, and you want to spoil your piggies. Do that by not just spoiling them, but spoiling other people's piggies and other people too, because the more you can help others, it makes a big difference. So I hope that's not too far of an extension. Okay, now let's talk about number 10. So we were talking about treats. We were talking about giving your piggies too much veggies, and then their appetites are going to be spoiled, and they're not going to want to eat hay anymore. Well, veggies are a very important part of guinea pigs' diet, and the wider variety of veggies, approved veggies, the better their guts are going to be, their digestion, and also the vitamins and minerals that they get. So I do have a veggie list on my website, and you can always just search, say, can guinea pigs eat, cilantro? Can guinea pigs eat celery? Now, celery, there is kind of a myth. People seem to chop it up. Now, why would you have to chop up celery if you don't have to chop up hay? Guinea pigs' teeth, that's exactly what they're good for, is grinding things. So actually Saskia has a number of guinea pig myth videos and food videos. So if you're not already, I'm sure you're already subscribed to the LA Guinea Pig Rescue, but check out their channel as well too, because we're always posting videos, we're always shooting videos, shooting health checks, and doing a live stream for health checks on Saturday. So I hope you will check that out. So a wide variety of veggies is important in moderation, and that is just a very important part of a guinea pig's diet. But so is hay. Like I said, hay is 80% of the guinea pig's diet, so you want to get really high quality hay. And then pellets. Pellets are important. Yes, guinea pigs need pellets. They need all of these, and they need high quality pellets. They don't need all the fillers. They don't need all that wheat and soy. I actually give my piggies the Small Pet Select non-GMO soy-free pellets. There is a link to those in the description if you wanted. And actually, I was going to also mention the healthy snackers. They are hay-based cookie, sometimes mixed with a little bit of fruit or veggies, and they are these little squares. I'm sure if you've watched enough of my videos, you see I give them to my piggies all the time. They love them. So you can get that, and you can try out the Small Pet Select pellets or hay, and I've got a coupon. It's 15% off their entire store. So the more you get, the more you'll save there, and you can try a whole bunch of different stuff and see what they like the best. If you want to spoil your piggies, then definitely get them stuff like that. Get them high quality treats, okay? Actually, you can also go to The Natural Cavi, and these are handmade treats with love that Daniel makes himself, and he's got all sorts of really amazing treats, and he's always in the kitchen, you know, cooking up crazy things. And you can follow him on Instagram too, and TikTok, and he's just a really, really sweet person, and he loves his piggies, and he loves all animals, and it really, really shows. So I hope you will support Daniel, because he's just a great guy, and he's out there trying to spoil your piggies, and he spoils his piggies, and it's just really sweet to see. So those are 10 ways that you can spoil your pigs. What? Yeah, okay. I think I have time for one more bonus way to spoil your piggies. This one's expensive though, so hopefully with some of the tips and tricks and techniques, and with the coupon code for the Small Pet Select, I've saved you a little bit of money. But if you want to spoil your pigs, you really want to spoil your pigs, you can get them pet insurance. I think at this point there are several different companies that you can get guinea pig pet health insurance. I still use Nationwide. I used to have a pretty cheap plan that was not totally comprehensive, and you know, some illnesses were more coverage and others were less. But I've got a lot of pigs to insure, but they're slowly moving me over to their slightly more expensive. I mean, still, it's like, I think it's less than about 20 bucks a month or something, but 20 bucks a month. And then, you know, read the fine print, because there is a deductible that you have to meet, just like, you know, people insurance. But you can choose between like 70 up to 90% reimbursement. And you know, if you have to get a couple x-rays, some medicine, and God forbid an emergency appointment, these things can go up to multiple hundreds, if not even thousands of dollars for a guinea pig emergency. You know, people think, oh, they're just guinea pigs. Yeah, well, first of all, they're exotic pets, which means that there's not that many vets. There's way more vets that see dogs and cats than see guinea pigs. And of those vets that see them, they don't all know what's going on. Check my vet list, very important. But cost should never be prohibitive of getting them the care they need. And that's where health insurance, guinea pig pet insurance really comes in. So if you want to love and spoil your pigs and treat them like they're a part of the family, because Phil, you're a part of my family. Yes, you are. You weaseled your way into my heart. Well, he cried his way into my heart because he had mange and he had to be wrapped in a little sock sweater. And what do they call it? The Florence Nightingale effect. I fell in love with him because he was my patient. Because I love him, and he's got insurance, and that's how you know he's definitely a foster fail, is when I've gotten him and Cupcake insurance. So I hope I'm doing right by you, Phil, because I love you and I do want to spoil you. And I hope that you guys will spoil your piggies, because it just makes me feel so good when people send me messages, you know, not just these like emergency scary messages, but when people say, I've learned so much from you, and now my pigs are living their best life. it makes it all worthwhile. So thank you guys so much. I have an entire playlist about guinea pig care. So, and you know, at this point, there's probably well over 100 videos in the guinea pig care playlist. It's right here. And of course, you know, down here, there's a link to my care guide. There is also, this is a subscribe button, but check out the playlist. So I really hope you will continue to watch and to spoil your piggies. All right, until next time, thanks for watching.